Today we dive into the world of Stylobates. What's a Stylobate? I didn't know myself until Larry, a certified building designer in Austin, Texas, showed me. It's a fundamental element in classical architecture, but in today's terms, you can call the Stylobate the upper part of a basement or that visible part of the building foundation that you see between the house and the ground. In classical architecture, it's the flat pavement on which the temple columns would sit. And here we can see what looks like three steps. The bottom two are referred to as the Stylobates, and together they create a solid and visually appealing base for the entire structure. Now, Larry taught me that the word Stylobate comes from the ancient Greek, combining stylos, meaning column, and beinin, meaning walk. So it's literally the column walker. Now, this was interesting. When they built the Greek temples like the Parthenon, the Stylobate wasn't perfectly flat. It had a slight camber in the middle, and this created an optical illusion of perfect straightness when you viewed it from a distance. And how many temples did they have to build to figure that one out? Now you might be thinking, well, this is great for ancient buildings, but what about my house? In contemporary homes, we often see raised platforms or elevated foundations that serve a similar purpose to the classical Stylobate. These modern interpretations create a visual separation between the house and the surrounding landscape. They elevate the home for better views sometimes and provide better flood protection. Now, some designers even incorporate literal Stylobates into these ultra-modern home designs, using them as a nod to classical architecture. By the way, I mentioned that the Stylobate has a built-in camber. Now, other than roofs, gutters, and ramps, we'd all be sued for designing something purposely out of level, right? Well, join me next week when I share a phrase to include on your construction drawings that references a tool that might someday have your back. Until then, design boldly and have a triumphant week.